Welcome everybody to another episode of Prem de la Creme. The World Cup has started. Two games down. We got a couple of games to preview as well. We got obviously Canada versus Bosnia coming up tonight in the next hour. We got USA versus Paraguay, and we got Qatar versus Switzerland. That will be taking place tomorrow. We're going to be previewing those games. We're going to be reviewing South Africa, their opening game against Mexico, and then we're also going to be reviewing South Korea against Czech Republic. Okay, World Cup. We all have World Cup fever. We are well and truly in the World Cup. Before we get into it, I'm going to welcome my esteemed panel. We're going to go to my right, and that's going to be Pav. How are we doing, Pav?
Doing great, doing great. First slate of games yesterday, very fun. Two top results right there. We're going to get into them. Maybe not for these two guys, but there's also a big game today. It's the PAV Derby, Bosnia versus Canada. Can't wait to sink my teeth into that one too. And the USA versus Paraguay later today. We're going to get into everything for you guys and give you the best coverage possible.
100%. And then we also got Max Saeed. Max Saeed is in the building. How are we doing?
Not the best, not the best. It's been a frustrating, 1.5 days, but always glad to be with the panel and excited to get into the previews and the reviews. Not the South Africa one, but yeah, we'll see.
But I think that is where we're going to be starting, though. So obviously, before we get into any previews, we will be reviewing the first two games, and let's start off with the curtain raiser. So we did touch on it slightly yesterday. Obviously, instant reactions. We've all slapped on it now. Maybe we'll be a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Less judgmental. Because I know for myself personally, I was giving shots left, right, and center. But now let's go to Mac first. Mac, South Africa. We all had high expectations heading into this game. Hugo Broos with his own identity, but not sticking to it. I mean, what was your take on the game yesterday?
I said it yesterday, I'm gonna stick by it today. Embarrassing. Totally embarrassing. The most frustrating thing is, it's not that we lost. The most frustrating thing is we lost without our identity, without the structure. This is what we've been saying for a long, long time. Like South Africa is coming back to its best because we actually have a structure in place, and Bruce is making it happen. But yesterday, everything went out of the window. 8 minutes into it, oh, we shafted our own selves. That's how bad it is. I know you said you slept on it, no, but I'm still fuming with anger within myself. So it's better that I be a bit humble and softer tone because if I have to explode, it's gonna be bad, lad. It's gonna be bad.
No. I mean, I went to work today, right? Like into the office, and the tone around the office. Some people that don't even watch football, right? But they felt like I said yesterday, I've heard it secondhand embarrassment. It's because now, if you have to go on holiday overseas and you tell people, they ask you, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from South Africa." "Oh, Sitole." Like they're gonna know us for that now. Like that's how embarrassing it's gonna be. Pav, what is your take on the game as well? From a not
From a
patriotic
neutral
view.
perspective, I was rooting for Mexico, my continental brothers. I had them winning this game 2-0. That's exactly what they did. Just the better team. They have that perfect blend of youth in somebody like Gilberto Mora, who didn't start but came on. They've got experience, guys like Raul Jimenez, who got his first World Cup goal yesterday. And then they have guys like Quinones, who opened the scoring just on form in the Saudi League. I think 33 goals. He was the top scorer, and you consider the amount of names in that league. It's a very impressive feat. And they have somebody like Aguirre, who I think is going to be a big theme of this World Cup, is willing to both be pragmatic and, when it calls for it, open up as well in the game. And I think that's one thing that South Africa, the way that you guys describe how South Africa typically play, them going away from those principles, I think really hurt them. And you're going to have to go bold in this World Cup. I think with a lot of the rules, as well, them trying to speed up the tempo, it's going to be very difficult for teams that are just going to want to sit back the whole game and counterattack. So I think that played right into Mexico's hands. I just think they had the quality. I think they had the better game plan, and I think the conditions suited them better. They were also on home turf at an incredible stadium, and some mistakes from South Africa as well. Ultimately, it was only going to go one way.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think when it comes to will this guy learn from the lessons, it all depends on the formation. So if South Africa start again the next game with a five-back system, then it's almost like we're accepting defeat before the game even starts. If he starts with a four and plays with wingers, which is how we know how to play, then maybe it would be an interesting game. I mean, Mac, do you think he will stick to people I've heard say that Hugo Bruce is one of the most like stubborn managers as well. Do you think he would go back to what brought us here in the first place, or will he stick to his initial game plan on what the World Cup was going to be?
He is a stubborn guy. I'm not gonna argue with that. But one thing I can't go against or say is that both Czechia and South Korea both play a back three. So for Hugo Bruce, I'm not sure if he's gonna change it up or not. He's gonna play it safe again. If he's bold enough to go and make those changes, fair play. Because this next game for us is absolutely crucial that we get over the line. And we need to play to our strengths. If we don't play to our strengths, we're not getting anything done. You mentioned the wingers, Apollos. And now we also have Maseko, who's currently on loan at Limassol from Sundowns. If we play those two guys on the wings, bring Rere Mofokeng in that number 10 position, I think it will cause problems, especially with Mudau. We know Mudau. What type of a right back is he? He's more of overlapping right back. Who is he overlapping in that game against Mexico? Who is he overlapping?
When you say it, it's like it's so obvious, bro. Like, what? They don't want Hugo Bruce to strike.
Well, I honestly don't even know myself. And the fact that he said it was a good match defensively, we were good and solid. Bro, when I watched that game back again, I was like, what is this guy talking? Like, I never ever want, I'm such a patriotic guy. You know how much I am for South Africa over the years, how much I've backed them. I've never say any shit about them at all. But the most frustrating thing is, like you said earlier, even people who don't even watch football are feeling it. They don't even watch football and they are feeling it. So imagine us as fans who's been watching them for a couple of years on the rise and then going and playing in that fashion. It really hurts. I'm not going to lie, it really hurts. But hopefully we can scratch it out and do something in the next match.
I think if you're going to go expansive and shift back to what got you in the World Cup in the first place, Czechia is the ideal opponent. I said during the immediate reaction, maybe try and shut up shop, rely on them not being as strong creatively. But the more I think about it, the lack of threat that they showed against South Korea, you don't have much to lose. So go for it. Try and be a little bit more expansive. I think if anything, South Korea are the team that would hurt you in behind if you tried and played that more expansive style. If you can nick some kind of result, I still have you guys finishing fourth. But, I mean, you have to try and hedge your bets at least a little bit. And I think if you're going to try and go for it and be bold, Czechia would be the preferable opponent to do that against rather than South Korea.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about that game. Let's talk about that game now as well. So obviously, we as South Africans would have ideally loved for a draw to happen, so there's even more of a chance. South Korea ended up winning the game 2-1. Hoeng In Boom, I don't know how you pronounce it. Boom, scored a goal and also set up. Okay, lovely. Scored a goal and set up another. South Korea rallied obviously to beat Czech Republic 2-1. It was a lackluster first half, but then both teams obviously geared up, and then by the 59th minute, that was when Czech Republic scored after a long throw-in into the penalty area. But as a whole, I think, you guys did analyze it. There are moments in both, from both teams that showed me that South Africa could probably get a result more against Czech than South Korea. But let's start off then with Prem. Prem, what did you make of the game between Korea and Czech Republic?
Well, both teams set up with back threes. Both teams tried to play a more direct style in the first half. There was a lot of people trying balls in behind, trying to send the ball in the air and have it stick to the likes of Patrick Schick or other players. Heung-min Son had a couple opportunities in the first half too, and I think that him actually coming off and his substitute, I'm actually going to look up his name right now, scoring the goal, I think is also emblematic of another theme of this World Cup. But I think in general, South Korea, you look at their stats, 15 shots to Czechia's 18. They had much more possession. They were just technically better. They were more comfortable actually playing in the game. I thought that Kim Min-jae had a really good game as well against Patrick Schick, clamped him up. I thought that what's his name? Kang In Lee. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
The substitute for PSG. I thought he was really good. Yeah, I thought he was either the man of the match or Hwang In-beom. One of the two. But just having players that are willing to take the ball, drive at others. Again, Hwang In-beom having the ball, passing it around, just taking ownership of the match, I think is going to be really emblematic in this World Cup, because we're going to see more than throughout club football this season. There's going to be a real emphasis on just keeping the game ticking, keeping the ball in play with the timers, with the warnings on time wasting, etc. They want that ball in play. As for Czechia, I thought that Vladimir Sofal was okay. I thought Krejci, he was good. He got the goal as well. Solch was somebody who I kind of had my eye on as a sneaky little talent going into the World Cup, because he had a pretty good season with Lille. Didn't really do anything. They just really lacked impetus, Czechia. And I thought that South Korea, making the risk of taking off somebody like Heung-min Son, where there's a lot of players for a lot of these teams in the World Cup, do they actually belong starting for these teams? Like James Rodriguez, who don't have a club. Should Guillermo Ochoa really be there? Should Manuel Neuer really be there? Should Ronaldo be starting? You're seeing these kinds of questions about these teams. And I think fortune is going to favor those that try and go for the informed players. Who's going to have the impact right now rather than kind of living off these past names? And that's what South Korea did. That's what got them the victory. That's what got them the winning goal. And I think that I underestimated them in this match because I thought that their form wasn't that great. I thought that they lacked a bit of a style. I thought that Czechia's physicality would be too much for them. And that was the opposite case in this game.
Yep. I mean, Mac, anything else that you found out of the ordinary or would like to add?
Oh, bro. Have summed it up to a T, bro. South Korea, I think they might actually go and do it against Mexico. Like, the way they on the ball, bro. They fast ball rotations, the penetrating passes. Wang looked like a Korean Vitinha in that midfield, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, who is this guy? I've never ever heard of him before. Like, I don't even know who he plays for.
I think he played in MLS for Vancouver Whitecaps, and then now he's at Feyenoord in the Netherlands. So he could have
never seen, but
5 leagues.
Yeah, bro, on the ball, that guy was so technical. Like, I was really impressed with him. Even with his third man running, going forward was really impressive. And then you got Czechia on the other hand. A crazy stat I heard in the match was they scored 50% of their goals from set pieces in qualifiers. There was 50%.
Yeah,
Interesting, eh?
Tell Hamza. You should tell Hamza that. Yeah.
50%. Hamza told me something like that can never be true, huh? Those high stats. But anyway, imagine scoring 50% and then your only goal in the match is from a set piece throwing. Oh,
Yeah,
I was surprised Krejci got it. And actually, when you were watching the goal back, when Krejci scored from that throw-in, one of the Czechia players was actually offside. He was kind of interfering with the goalkeeper. I thought.
Yeah, in front. I was also surprised.
Yeah,
they didn't call it. I thought it was offside.
Goalkeeper. Yeah, the South Korea goalkeeper almost got to it. So maybe they'll be looked at a little bit closely. But that being said, I do definitely think that their style of play was disadvantaged by the new rules that have come in from FIFA, which I enjoyed. I thought that both games were relatively entertaining considering the quality levels that were on display. So it does bode well for the rest of the tournament.
I think for Czechia defensively, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Czechia defensively, I think there's a lot of holes in their defense. I don't think they've also mastered the three in the back. Although they've been playing it for a while, three in the back requires a lot of tactical discipline. If you don't have it, bro, it can end up bad. We saw it with South Africa. With Czechia, on the other hand, there were a lot of gaps which allowed South Korea. Like I said, Wang, the Korean Vitinha, was finding the gaps, bro. Like, there were so many gaps where he was playing those penetrative passes through to Kang Lee.
No, second half was definitely Korea took that momentum that they built in the first half and they just continue to capitalize. And again, they should have scored more. Heung-min Son had quite a few opportunities. What was really surprising was actually the burst of pace that he had throughout the game. I didn't expect him to still have that because his last season at Tottenham, he was kind of immobile. But then maybe the benefit of playing in the MLS, being able to rest a little bit more, he's running through 2-3 guys. Now, he doesn't really do well with some of the shooting angles that he got. But in another game, let's say against South Africa, right? If you let him have that space, Heung-min Son's going to find a way to get one of those shots off and make it a goal. So just have to be careful. And they have other guys, Hwang Hee-chan as well. Again, Oh Kyung-gyu, he came through, he scored.
Pav,
So they have weapons.
don't you think Son was a bit wasteful though? Because I felt like he had most of South Korea's opportunities, but he couldn't put it away.
He was able to make opportunities for himself, but among the opportunities that he made, he was wasteful. Like he did really well getting into the positions with the ball and dribbling, but then once he actually got into them, he was a bit profligate. Like there was even a ball over the top that Hwang played to him, which was really good. And Son's touch, it actually takes him behind
good.
rather than allowing him to come forward. Yeah.
But I think if Bafana will have to go through, either be Czechia, get a draw, or just be Czechia, but we never know, anything can happen. That's the only way to go through.
Yeah. Some of the interesting takes from both managers also. We had Czech Republic manager Miroslav Kubak that said probably the better team won, but he said that his team could have done a lot better if it weren't for some mistakes. Like Mac highlighted also that the defense did look like it could have been, causing a few issues. And then obviously, go for it.
Oh, I will say, I do have all my predictions out in front of me right now. I have, and this was prior to the tournament even starting, I have Czechia drawing with South Africa 1-1, and I have Mexico beating South Korea 1-0. So you guys might get a point from that one.
Oh my. I think we should at least score 4 goals still in this World Cup, and I think there's still 4 points as well.
Cannot fall.
What's up, Big Al? No, you guys aren't scoring 4. I'm sorry to break that to you guys.
I'm
telling you,
we just need a miracle. We need a miracle. But I think we have it in us to beat Czechia if we go back to the way we play.
Yeah.
If we don't, it's gonna be a long 2 games, boys. Long 2 games.
Yeah, that's a great eagle.
What's happening?
Yeah, so let's also talk about. Okay, so that was the 2 games that did happen already now in this World Cup. We got obviously 3 more games to preview. So let's start off with the PAV derby. Why not? Canada taking on Bosnia in the next couple of minutes. We got a team that's very exciting. A lot of people predicted Canada to actually go the furthest from all of the host nations as well. PAV, I'm sure you're not going to differ from that. But what's your take on Canada versus Bosnia?
I am going to differ from that. I had Canada coming in 3rd in this group, but the more it approaches that match, I think to myself, it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think the honors are going to be even. I had a lot of faith in Bosnia just because the path that they had to take to get to this World Cup was so difficult, the way that they proved themselves against Italy. I even think that they have some players in their team. Bajraktarevic, who was the U.S. national that defected over to Bosnia, he's very exciting. But I really like Alaj Begovic. Now, a big thing going into this match is that Edin Dzeko is actually not starting. He was carrying an injury going into this World Cup. So it's going to be curious seeing just how Bosnia play without him. That being said, he also was injured against Italy too. He had to come off. Or I don't think he came off. I just don't think that he took a penalty because he was injured. But Bosnia, they're going to have height. They're going to have physicality. That's always going to be a guarantee. The question is, are their wingers going to show up, be an extra spark against Canada? That's going to be huge because with Canada, if you asked me 2 years ago during the Copa America where they got to the semifinals, I would say I think that Canada is going to win. But times have changed. They looked really bad in the Gold Cup. They got knocked out by Guatemala in penalties. They looked really poor in that match. And their star players, Davies has been consistently injured. Jonathan David has been a flop at Juventus. Some of the other guys, Tajan Buchanan, I'm not sure what he's up to anymore. I think he's doing pretty decent with Villarreal. Kyle Larin is not good. Just some players all around. Moise Bombito, who is Canada's best center back, is not playing either. The one plus is Maxime Crepeau, I believe his name is. He got put back into the starting lineup over Dane St. Clair, who was not good. I wasn't sure if he was a professional or not the last time I watched him. But I just think it's a bad moment for Canada. A lot of their star players are not in the form that we need them to be. But with Bosnia, the question is just, do they have the talent to capitalize, especially on away soil? I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I had 2 on Bosnia, but I'm going to change my pick last minute.
Ooh. Yeah, and also, I don't know if you are aware, but Alphonso Davies is on the bench. I don't know if that was your breaking news, Mac. But Alphonso Davies on the bench.
Yeah, I was just going to say that and something else. But go on, finish.
No, that was all.
I'm done. Yeah. Mac, it's your turn.
No, I was going to ask, what's Canada's formation the normal formation they play?
They play a back four. Jesse Marsh tries to play. He wants
No,
Canada to
but
play
like
a bit more
the
modern.
full formation is a 4-4-2 because I see both teams are set up in a 4-4-2. So which team copied each other? Which team is showing the other team respect basically on it?
I think Canada. No, Canada typically will play a 4-4-2 because they have Jonathan David and Kyle Larin. But David can also be not just a striker, but he can be kind of a number 10, kind of a second striker, drop deep, interplay a little bit. So even though you have Uluwayasei playing up top, it'll probably be David going back into the midfield, kind of into the number 10 spot. So Bosna, they're just going to play with two big guys up front. Ale Begovic is on the bench, so he's not going to be starting. He's going to be an impact substitute. But we have some other good players. We have Muharemovic, who had a really good season at Sassuolo. We've got Amar Dedic, who plays for Benfica. Kolasinac is always a constant in the Bosnian national team. I just think that missing Pjanic, I think actually Pjanic, not having him and not having replaced him is also a big thing. But again, we'll see how Bosna plays. I have faith. Again, I think it's going to be 2-2. Keep an eye out for Kone. Keep an eye out for Kone. By the way, one last guy. Keep an eye out for Ismail Kone. He's a good player.
Mac, what's your predictions for Canada versus Bosnia?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1-1.
2 draws. I'll go against that. So let's say, you know what? I'm not even joking, right? Pev, I'm assuming you're obviously playing in Canada.
It's going to be in Toronto. It's going to be in my city.
Now, listen, like, as much as South Africa did perform badly yesterday, right? Just playing a national game, right, in a national tournament away. You know how much more pressure that puts. Like, I think Canada do. Like, it depends, obviously, if the crowd show up as well. But I think if you all can have a 12 man behind you, it's going to be such a big advantage. So I'm gonna go for Canada to win. Why not? 2-1.
You know what the funniest part about that game is? Look up what the stadium looks like. We had to add seats to reach the capacity for the World Cup. I want you to look up what it looks like. It looks horrible.
Man.
It's easily the ugliest stadium in the entire tournament. Bro, look at it.
It's like 60,000 capacity or something.
No, way less. You have to reach, I think, 40,000.
You're crazy.
BMO Field, Toronto.
Crazy.
They have this like scaffolding in the back now.
Oh my! I see it. You must see an old stand. It looks like. What's going on here?
Yeah, we are. No, I'll have to show you guys after, bro. It looks like we brought the people over to do construction, and it just looks so bad, the scaffolding, because you can just see it. You can cover it up with a tarp or something if you really wanted to, but we decided not to do that. You know what? It was winter time. We have
this is the national team's home stadium.
Yeah, this is the national team's home stadium. You know what it is? It's cold. We can't do that much construction during the winter time, so we just put it up and we just left it alone. We're like, all right, our job is done. There's two
Are your fans also like intimidating? So like Noah said for the first match, like Mexico brought it, like literally, like that stadium was rocking.
We're not Mexican fans, but I will say Toronto does love football. So fans are out. We actually have, I think, a minority in the stadium, though, of Canadian fans. I think actually 30,000 of the fans expected to be there today will be Bosnian, and they're out in the streets. They're chanting. I'm obviously with them. I'm with them. I'm rooting for Bosnia today. I'm having my family friends over.
Tom, so the real question is, why aren't you at this match?
Why am I not? Well,
yeah.
If I'm going to save up and go to one of the games, I would want to go to Croatia versus Panama. So we're keeping an eye on the ticket prices for that. Rather than going to Canada versus Bosnia. Because the other thing as well is the price is going to be that much higher because it's Canada's opener. So the demand is going to be much higher. Versus Croatia versus Panama, yes, we have a strong Croatian diaspora in Toronto, but we don't know whether people are really going to be hyped for that game outside of the Croatian fans, right? So if the ticket prices are way lower for that, I'd rather go to that, watch a national team that I've been watching for years, see them probably get a 3-4-0 dub, and just have a fun time out.
Yeah. Man with brains.
That's right.
That's my logic.
Now let's talk about. Okay, so that's one host nation. Here's another host nation that will also be playing Paraguay. USA opens its 2026 campaign against Paraguay tonight. Depending on where you are in the world, right? They're going to be in this high pressure Group D, right? Because high pressure in the sense where I think a lot of the countries are probably under. Like, can you all say with full confidence who the top two countries are in Group D?
Yeah.
Would you all-
Turkey and the USA. Turkey and the USA are the two top teams, but Paraguay can play spoiler. They have a couple.
I was going to say Paraguay. I've heard so many good things about Paraguay heading into this World Cup.
I want Paraguay to get that second spot. I want USA to finish last, just because of how everything is at the moment. I literally want them to finish last.
My Pacha agenda,
I
I need them to finish fourth. I need them to finish fourth because I can't stand Mauricio Pochettino. So you know what? If they can get the dub, that would be glorious. That would be an incredible hate watch.
Imagine getting humiliated in your first match even at the World Cup in your home ground.
I do have it as
The scenes.
Yeah, I do have it as a 1-1. They do have a decent team, Paraguay. They got a couple of good players. They got Diego Gomez from Brighton, who's very talented. The only issue is Julio Enciso is out for the World Cup now.
He's out, yeah. Julio Enciso, Fabian Balbuena, and Damien Dia. He's also going to be absent.
Damn. That's tough.
Great.
Paraguay, this is going to be the first time back at the World Cup also since 2010, by the way. So this is giving us some nostalgic vibes. And yeah, they're going to bring a defense first profile under manager Gustavo Alfaro. We're going to have to wait and see. What's going to. But what are your thoughts now? So obviously, I think going off the hype, right, of Paraguay, it's going to be a tough game for America. Obviously, America do also have some good footballers as well. You know, in the likes of Pulisic, Weston McKennie. I think Gio Reyna is also in this team, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah, he's there.
He is, but that guy's a scrub.
I know. I was gonna say, as much as he's that been in form, right? Like this could be an opportunity for a lot of these players to now instill themselves again and remind the world who they are. The LeBron James of soccer. He needs to remind everyone again why he is called the LeBron James of soccer. But yeah, I think USA still walk away with this with a win, just because of the fact that, like I said, you know, your home soil. I think USA definitely over the years, especially in the past 4 years, have definitely developed a lot more in terms of their footballing development. So I would say USA get over the line here, probably 2-1 as well.
Mac, you want to take this next one?
I told you, I just want these guys to lose. Imagine they lose in the 90th minute even. 1-0. That will make
I
it
love it,
much
though.
more sweeter. 1-0, 90th minute. But I think they'll win 2-0. I'm not gonna. I don't think Paraguay is gonna win today. I don't even see Paraguay scoring.
I think it's gonna be tough. Yes. Tell you.
The one thing that is kind of going for Paraguay is the way that Poch plays football. If you sit in a low block and you demand him to kind of be patient and break you down, that's not his forte. He wants to play a basketball match. So if you don't allow that for the USA, they could face some issues. That being said, I just think they have too much quality. I originally said that this was going to be a 1-1 draw. If it is a 1-1, I'll be very happy. But I don't see that going on. I think it's going to be 2-1 to the US. I just think they have too much quality. They have what? I'm taking a look. They have Tillman, Pulisic, who just scored in one of the most recent friendlies, which was desperately needed. He didn't score all year. Florian Balogun, a couple other guys in there. Anthony Robertson is back. You got Weston McKennie, who's serviceable in international football. I think that they're going to grab that dub.
Yeah, and I think all of us do. But it's true though. I think all of us are predicting, according to Polymarket, not sponsored. Polymarket's having USA to win at 51% odds, and then obviously a draw coming in at 25, and then Paraguay to win at 22. So yeah, looks like USA definitely are the heavy favorites heading into this game.
I still think only 50% chance is a little crazy, but
yeah,
I think it's because of the fact that it's a three-way. It's like a three-way result split.
Yeah, that is true. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Now we got the last game to preview, right? We got Qatar versus Switzerland. So that's going to obviously take... I think it's also going to... Why are you laughing?
It's going to be the shortest segment in the whole podcast.
It's not even a matchup, bro.
Why? Qatar, bro. That Afif is going to come with his cards again. I'm telling you. He got the card in his sock.
Afif is washed. When last you heard about him? At the World Cup. He only comes on at the World Cup.
Did Qatar win like the Asia Cup between these two World Cups? Sorry.
They did,
Listen,
but apparently they're
Qatar-
not the team that they used to be.
Qatar they do well on their home soil. Take them out of Qatar, it's a whole different story. So I don't think Qatar is winning any game at the World Cup.
I agree.
Shit.
The issue is it's the same thing for South Africa as well.
Yeah.
They should have given us Qatar, bro.
You know what?
but
There are
generally
quite a few
they're-
teams that I just don't have faith in for this World Cup, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. But I just hope that they do themselves proud. Enjoy the
But
moment.
it comes naturally though with the fact that obviously a lot more countries are in. So like obviously there's gonna be a lot of countries that you'll be like, hey, yeah, just enjoy the ride. Like keep the engine on your plane. Keep the engine on. You're not gonna be staying here for too long. But like,
But there's always an
exa-
upset. So you could be that one nation, right? Every other new nation, they lose every single
It's
game.
meant
But
to
you
be
could be the
okay.
one. You could be the one that tips the scales, right?
Yeah. Like we said,
Ah,
Argentina
don't
and
give us
Spain
hope.
lost their first game, huh? We never know.
Yeah, exactly. I think Cabo Verde versus Spain could be a bit of a banana peel, to be honest. So keep your eyes peeled on that.
Could be.
Yeah. But also, I guess like Qatar, it's fair to say that they probably is the hope because this is only the second time they've actually qualified for the World Cup finals. Obviously, the first time being host nations. So this is the first time really that they've earned it. But do you think it's because of the fact that there's more countries that's invited?
I don't think so because they qualified pretty early on, didn't they?
I'm not too sure.
I think they
so.
did. I think at the end of the day, if we do touch on this debate of are there too many teams at the World Cup, at the end of the day, everybody will say, "Oh, I don't want to watch." Let's say Curacao versus Algeria, right? Hypothetically, it's not really up to us though. It's up to the people of Curacao, people of Algeria, whoever is playing in these games, right? Iraq, who's a debutante or has I think been to their first World Cup in like 50 years. It's about them. It's about their enjoyment of the game as well, right? It's the World Cup. It's an opportunity for everybody to share their experiences and their cultures with everybody. So why not? Yeah, Jordan, in general, allow everybody to come along for the ride, as many people as possible.
Literally their national pride. Well, when your team makes the World Cup, that feeling is different. But when you catch it also at the same time, it's even worse.
No, but
It's all about the journey, not the destination, man.
It's all about the journey. It's all about it's a perfect opportunity to showcase your country on the global stage. Now think about how many people now know about Curacao, right? People used to think of that as a drink condiment. Oh, blue Curacao. Everybody knows. Oh, it's actually a Dutch colony in the Caribbean. So with beautiful people and a football team in the World Cup and they have amazing weather. Like you can just sell your country based off that. So and if any of those countries nick a result, right? How huge is that for their national identity? So that's what it's about. I think when people try to get into the weeds about, should these teams really be here? I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the opposite. It's more people. It's a bigger party. It's even more fun.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everyone is still on merit. It's not like they cheated their way to come through to the World Cup.
Totally. Everybody deserves their spot. If they say, we're taking 42 teams, okay, every single one of those 42 teams outside of Sweden did what they could to make it there. Sweden got through on a technicality.
Well, the European
that should be Ukraine in there. That should be Ukraine. Absolute joke.
What you call it? So now, obviously, we're mentioning also that this is Qatar's second ever participation. Switzerland, it's their 13th. I got the two numbers confused because actually in the last three tournaments they actually couldn't make it past the round of 16. So do you think now also from this Switzerland side, does this Switzerland side give you any hope that they can actually go past the round of 16, which would actually require more effort this time since there is a round of 32 as well?
If the bracket's correct, they would face the third place team of the group with Belgium in it. So Belgium, Egypt, New Zealand, and Iran. So I have them winning that round of 32 game, but in the round of 16, if they win, and if the guys across from them win, it would be Switzerland versus Portugal.
Oof.
So it's a tough part of the draw for them. But Switzerland are one of those teams where they can definitely cause an upset. They've got experience. They've got young players. Manzambi is somebody to keep an eye out for. He might score a goal or two in that game tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled. He was also Freiburg's one bright spot in the Europa League final against Aston Villa. Good little player. Will take initiative. Will take the ball and do something with it. So I would definitely keep my eyes peeled for him.
both countries actually coming into this game not in the best of form. Also, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my word! The last 6 games for Qatar, 2 losses. Sorry, 2 draws, 4 losses. Switzerland winning only 2 also in the last 6. Obviously, we know which team is better. Okay, enough beating around the bush. Enough. We already know what the result's going to be. Let's just hear what the score lines will be. Pav, let's start off with you. What do you think the score line will be?
Let me pull up what I had here. I had it as 4-0 Switzerland. So what I said in the prior to the show starting, I'm going to stick with it.
I'm going to say 3-0 also. 3-0 Switzerland. Mac?
I'm with you, Noah. It's 3-0. Let's be a bit humble. 3-0.
It's not my
but
nation.
who knows?
It's not my nation. It may be my prediction, but it's not my nation. So you know what? If they don't get it done,
Yeah, a bit humble.
not on me.
3-0. Unlucky
Lovely
Qatar.
stuff.
I don't think there's anyone from Qatar here either way, so sorry.
Yeah, I think Arsenal here could be from Jordan. Is this the same Arsenal from back in the day, bro? Back in 2020?
Yeah, it
looks
is.
like it.
I don't know, but he looks like Habibi. He got the whole kurta and everything. Habibi.
He's representing Jordan.
Hassan,
Representing
yeah, Hassan's balling.
Jordan.
Shout out Hassan.
Right.
That's my dog.
Yeah, day one
Wow.
for real, honestly.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's going to be our show done for today. We've reviewed the 2 games. We've given our previews as well with score predictions. So let's see who can get their score predictions correct. Make sure you guys do follow Prem de la Creme for more content that will be coming out. We're going to be live again in the next 2 days on the 14th of June, Sunday, and we'll be reviewing the games that we've just previewed and then previewing some games that I think there'll be actually more games as well to review in between
Yes.
this time because
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow big game, Brazil and
Morocco.
That's a top 10 game
we're
in
gonna
the
be
group
reviewing
stage.
that 100%. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys follow Prem de la Creme and we'll be live on the 14th of June. Any closing remarks? I'll throw it to Pav first.
Can't wait to see what this rest of this World Cup has in store, and bring on the 4-game slates. They start tomorrow. That's when the World Cup is really going to turn into a true 24/7 football festival. We're going to have everything for you guys on Prem de la Creme. Stay tuned throughout this month and a little bit. We're going to give you guys the best content possible.
100%. And Max Saeed, what are we saying?
Yes, I'm with Pav on that one. I'm excited to see this World Cup, even though there's no hype from outsiders yet. But these early morning ones for us is not doing it. So hopefully for those early mornings and the sacrifice we make to stay up, we get something out of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Hopefully
to it.
the games will be good. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.